brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Christmas Day matchup. It's the Packers and the reigning NFC champs, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And his first look is incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes 2 to tango. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Burrow. Slant to Adams. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive. And they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them. And now, I think
And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And that's complete to Adams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the 4th quarter. But here, it's happening early. A definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this first quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up first and goal.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Davante Adams, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Rodgers on the return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The numbers for Jones last week, 16 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown.
10 touchdowns on the season for him, and I don't know whether these goals are written down. I don't know whether they're discussed amongst the team, but I do know this. Every guy who touches the ball as a ball carrier thinks 10 touchdowns is a nice round goal to try and reach in a season.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
And he's brought down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. On 2nd and 10, Burrow. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. To the air again, Burrow. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Burrow looking to pass. It's caught here by Adams. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Happy holidays to you all at home as we take you around the NFL on this 25th day of December. We'll start by heading out west, State Farm Stadium in Glendale. And they've reached halftime with the score 17-10. Trey Sermon, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, we get up to the Rocky Mountains to check on the Broncos at home in Denver. And they trail the visiting Ravens in that one at halftime. Sammy Watkins, a touchdown catch in that first half. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Jimmy Garoppolo leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And on now to a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Packers. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in the...
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Okay, Coach, still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. Rodgers on the return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Rodgers to throw on second down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Complete to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Now a first down carry by Jones. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw there, complete to Rodgers. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now...
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Nick Bosa in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. He finds his man complete. It's Adams. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back now here in Santa Clara. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the Packers are right back in this football game. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Tanner Muse. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A check down here to Jones. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his tight end, got it. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Play action. It's Burrow. That is caught. It's the tight end, Goddard. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
They'll run on first down. Bacon. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Right back to him on first down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Second down and goal. Burrow. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Devontae Adams. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Niners are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. So now Rodgers in the path. Down by 2 touchdowns. 2 minutes, 17 seconds to go. And he's got his man on the out route. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Able to find Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. 19 on the last play, 19 more here, and another first down. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Now Rodgers. Got to have this one. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. That one looks like he'll throw here. Slant to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. And Burrow going to throw again. And that's complete to Adams. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for San Francisco, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.